Hi, my name is Ruben, but my friends call me Ruby. One piece of advice I always ignored was something like, regular people wait for inspiration, but the pros just go to work. I'm sure the original quote is much better than that, but the lesson here is that you can't really wait for inspiration to do creative work. You just have to sit down and do it. So that's what I tried to do. I picked a few examples for figure drawing, and I decided to make myself draw on command, not when the mood comes or inspiration hits. And this is how it went. But first, here's what I've been doing recently. I went to see Speed, a hardcore band from Australia, play in Brooklyn, and they played in this roller rink called Xanadu. I've never been there before, but it was really cool. But I can't really get sick of them. They're a really great band. Wait, is that New York Nico? I also got a tattoo by this Italian tattooer that I really like. Got this really cool looking dragon on the side of my knee. A really spicy area of the body, I don't recommend it. But honestly, I'm kind of running out of space. I also went to a Halloween party hosted by some friends in a vintage store. But this was the only video I took. But here are the masks that me and my wife did together. And lastly, I went to see Sasha Gordon's new exhibition. It was really amazing just to look at her work. The amount of detail that she puts into it, it's just incredible. This one was my favorite of all of them. And right after that, we went to the gallery next door. It was like a group exhibition, and I unfortunately forgot to take a picture of the artists' names. I really like this painting, and I also really like this ceramic piece. It really made me want to do more ceramic, honestly. But let's get back to our topic. I honestly haven't put pencil to paper in over a year, except for some doodling while working, but to actually sit down and draw, it's been a while. In the past, whenever I sat down to have a drawing session, I'm pretty sure it felt really great after I did it. I felt accomplished and I felt like it meant something. But the day after, I was just full of fear and doubt, not liking what I was looking at, super critical of my own stuff. I feel like that's my mindset a lot of the time. And unfortunately, that would just make me not draw for a long time because I'm just overthinking it. So since I'm doing this channel, I decided to give myself a drawing challenge. Just something to start things up. So for the first one, I just decided to use my set of pencils. They do have different thicknesses, but I was trying to just use the one that I use the most. But then I ended up using the thicker ones just to do more shading and just to make it look fuller. I think I made it too big for the page, but I kind of always struggled with composition on paper. It's not something that I'm really used to. I'm not really sure how people do this, but I'm not worrying about this too much. I tried not to get too hung up on details. I just wanted to try and draw it, just make it as fluid as I could. And I was pretty happy with the result for my first drawing in so long. But unfortunately, that feeling wouldn't last that much longer. So for my second drawing, I picked coloring pencils. I haven't used coloring pencils since I was a little kid, I'm pretty sure. And these are really old. I'm pretty sure my wife got them even before we started dating, so over 18 years ago. And they were still inside this box with bubble wrap around them. I'm pretty sure we already had them in Berlin. So I did the base drawing with my trusted pencil, but something about this choice didn't really feel right. I think maybe, the picture was cool, but there was too many detail, on the chainmail. And when I was drawing it, it just felt too far apart from the picture. And the colors were a bit off, to be honest. I don't think I did a good job picking them. But I powered through it. I was pretty happy with how the face was coming out. But then the rest, I just kind of rushed it to get to the end. I could feel my fear coming over me, and I didn't want to just stop doing it. I really wanted to finish. The challenge was about finishing these drawings and not overthink them. So I pushed through and I did it till the end. As you can see by the bottom of the drawing, I feel like it looks pretty basic. The axe kind of sucks and the legs as well. But I was happy that I finished it. So in the end, I just ended the session for the day. I wasn't really feeling any kind of joy, and I didn't want to have this feeling of failure associated with this day. So I just decided to stop. I'm not sure if that was a good idea or not. Maybe I could have confronted my feelings a little bit more. I just felt like I shouldn't keep going that day. By the way, at the end of the video, I'm gonna share some stuff that I've been into, you know, like books, movies, just stuff I've been looking at, reading, you know, seeing. If you're liking this video so far, you know, maybe you could subscribe. You don't have to, but would be cool. So the next day after work, I decided to give it a try again. Even though I was really tired that day, I really didn't want to take a big break again. So for the third one, I decided to use these charcoal pencils that I never used. I bought them and I was really excited to use them, but they never left my drawer after that. And since the colored pencils left me a little bummed out and I didn't pick the right colors, I thought, you know, this is pretty simple, so, you know, this should be a good one. I ended up having a lot of fun with this one, but I kind of wish that I chose a portrait instead of like a full body pose, because the pencils were so thick that it would just be great to just do details on the face and not really like a whole body. But that was not how I made the challenge. I was focusing on figure drawing, so I didn't even think about it. And even though I had fun, I ended up not really loving it. And since I was really tired that day, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna stop for today and try again tomorrow. But I was happy that I at least got this one drawing done today. I returned the next day. I had a pretty normal day at work, so I wasn't exhausted. So I was hoping for a better session. This drawing had 2 people, so I thought I had to level up a little bit. And I picked this box of heading pens that we got in Germany. The sketch went pretty well, even though I thought some of the shapes and the lengths were a bit goofy. But I was really happy with it at first. But then as soon as I put the pens to paper, I thought this is a bad idea. I immediately regretted my choice. I don't know what it is with pens like these, you know, with the hard tip. They're really tight and, you know, they just draw this one thickness of a line, which kind of makes it too square for me. I don't know, I kind of like when it's a little bit all over the place. And the lines are just what they are. They're not unpredictable at all. They're just like straight lines with color. So in the end, I just thought it looked goofy as hell. The one face you can see looks really bad and really cartoony and poorly drawn. I don't know. So I was feeling pretty bad about it. And again, I rushed to finish it. I rushed it so quickly that only later did I realize there was no shading. But the reason I kind of rushed this one was because I was not going to accept defeat today. I was going to do the final drawing no matter what. I was excited for this one because I was finally going to use these Kuretake pens that I got. And I'm a big jiu-jitsu fan, so I was also really excited to draw this like complicated entangled match with 2 people. I really loved doing it and I loved coloring it. But I think I made a big mistake. And the mistake was that I used the black first and only then did I color it. And I've seen like lots of videos of people using these and like this type of technique. And I always see them use the colors first and then only use the black in the end. So I never kind of got that because I always thought you can't really see the pencil after you color it. I mean, maybe you can, like in the videos was a little hard, but I guess this is why. When I was painting the skin tones, the pinks were kind of mixing with the black and making it a little darker, like almost like gray, and that was not what I wanted at all. But I guess it makes sense, so next time I'll use them, I'll keep that in mind for sure. And that was it. The challenge was completed. So there you have it. I made myself draw. And I had a good amount of fun. I also felt a lot of fear and anxiety, but I really expected this to happen, especially after being away from it for so long. But in the end, I felt really good that I did it and was able to finish it. Even though it took me 3 days to get through it instead of 1 day as I planned. But I'll take the win and not focus on the details. That amount of pressure only ruins it for me, and I'm sure it ruins it for everyone else. But I'm excited to see if I can keep these sessions going, and I hope this will help me draw more and make it feel less like a nightmare for me. Welcome to this episode's Ruby Rex. Still not over this name, but you know, I think for now I'll keep it. So for music, I got this record from the band Speed. I got it at their concert. It was a record they were releasing called All My Angels. Just love the cover. I love that they do all this awesome photography for covers. It is a great album, very aggressive. It's just the way I like Speed. I've been really into movies about music and bands, so I just checked out this TV show called Pistol about the Sex Pistols, and I thought it was actually good. It looks great. Some people say it's not as close to reality, but I really enjoyed it. I thought the acting was great, the story was great. I was a big fan of the Sex Pistols back in the day. I know they only have one album, but I was really into that punk thing in high school. And yeah, and I also rewatched the movie about Sid Vicious, Sid and Nancy, which I had watched before when I was younger. I remember liking this movie a lot, but seeing it after so long, I kind of thought it was a bit depressing. I mean, the story is really depressing, but the movie's really, really bleak. But yeah, I don't know. When I was younger, I really liked this movie. I really liked Sid Vicious. Right now, I think that the portrayal of Sid Vicious and the rest of the band is kind of dumb. I don't know. It just feels weird. But yeah, I still kind of like the movie. I also saw this great heist movie called The Quiet Ones. I think it's from Norway or Sweden, I'm actually not sure. Maybe Denmark even. It was a great heist movie, like one of the best heist movies I've ever seen. Super tense, the story was good. Yeah, you guys should check it out, very, very cool. If you want, you can also follow me on Instagram. That's where I will post most of the work I do here. And if you like my movie recommendations, you can also follow me on Letterboxd. I've recently signed up for it, and now I basically review every movie that I see, and I see lots of movies. But thank you for watching, and I see you soon.